Assalamualaikum Dr. Azwan and Sahazri. This is our video presentation of the government policies for property in Malaysia. There are several things that will be highlighted in this video presentation. Firstly, the abstract and introduction by NOOR INTAN SHUHADA. Second, the issues of government housing policies by AZMIR Nur HAKIM and MUHAMAD AZAMUL MUIZ. Third, the research methodology and discussion by FARAH NAJIHAH. Fourth, the case study related to the government housing policies by NOOR IZZATI, and lastly is overall conclusion of this assignment by NOOR Farahatin Daziera.
For abstract, national housing policy is emphasized through housing strategies and program outlined in the country's development plan, which is revised every 5 years. Towards achieving the objective of national housing policy, the government has formulated various strategies and programs, created the necessary legislation, established public institution and instrument to assist the housing sector. For introduction, housing is decisively rooted in the economic, social and political sphere of any country that it's impossible to be explored in isolation from the broader scope of governance and policy. Besides being a remarkably valuable asset, it carries multidimensional significance. It plays an eminent role in accelerating economic growth, and it carries social prominence as a special locus of personal and family life.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AZMIR Nur HAKIM SHARU. Today I want to present about the housing issue in Malaysia. Housing issue. The first housing issue in Malaysia is housing affordability issue. Housing affordability become a greater focus in every society, and the affordability problem with regard to the housing market is one of the most controversial issue within most developed and developing countries. Next, the affordable house is a very complex matter which is the subject to different analyze and continuously debate among the experts. Beyond the detail of this debate, a general consensus can be reached about a definition of affordable housing. And then lastly, the household in Malaysia are spread in most major cities and towns in Malaysia, where many of them find it difficult to purchase a home. Therefore, policymakers and relevant agencies need to take an action to solve this problem. The second housing issue in Malaysia is a housing scheme policy issue in Malaysia. The housing policy in Malaysia has evolved over the years through the numbers of National Development Plan. Next, the main issue is why affordable housing is not being provided to middle-income household. There are many people who stuck in the middle-income trap. These are not qualified for low-cost housing and yet cannot afford to buy even the medium-cost residential project. Lastly, the middle-income groups, which consist of 40% of Malaysia population, were left on their own to face the challenge in getting their own house.
The housing loan is one of the core issues faced by the Malaysian citizen. The issues occur due to dealing with extreme housing price, high interest rate, low income investment, and price inflation of living goods. According to the cost, the right value of house price had actually make buyer delay to own a house or force them to consider other than their preference or suffering with high housing loan. In Malaysia, property news, the property bubble in Malaysia is formed when There is excessive bank lending and now borrowing cost lending to investment, as well as plenty of speculation. Property price will increase until they reach sustainable level relative to incomes and other economic elements. Ban will be shock on capital while case of non-performing loans start to show up. When banks start cutting bank credit, it will be return effect to the economy as the move will affect the price of property as well.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is FARAH NAJIHAH binti RASHID. Today I will be present about research methodology and discussion. Okay, for the research methodology, content analysis and evaluation approach adopt and used to accumulate and analyze reliable and valid evidence on housing issue and challenge meeting house in Malaysia. Okay, for secondary data is was collected from books and journal and government document for where is a several solution or effort to overcome the challenge and housing issue. Okay.
My name is IZZATI binti RAHIM and I will explain on the challenge of meeting house need in Malaysia. First, lack of land. Not every land is suitable for the development. It is hard to negotiation with other company to earn their land, so they have to use provided land but limited development on it. Second, financial cost on material. High quality material will cost a lot of money as needed on the development. The developer will build a house and sell it for a high price. Third, supply and demand of the housing is unbalanced. The developer prefer to build a house for high income, so the supply is high and the demand is low. However, for the affordable house, the supply is low and the demand is high. Thank you.
Discussion. The several efforts of improvement to address problem or challenge is providing housing needs in Malaysia. One of solution efforts to overcome this challenge is to establish a single agency in management of affordable housing, where real estate developers needs to coordinate the provision of housing to address the problem of shortage of housing supply, whether they are affordable or non-Malaysian in the future. Okay, next, the government needs to ensure the quality housing for all, where government needs to ensure the quality housing for all by providing quality housing standard, which is QHS guidelines. After that, the solution is construction costs should be reduced, where when high construction costs are one of obstacles to the supply affordable housing, with high construction costs, labor and high land costs. When effort to reduce construction for homes should have or provide cost-effective implementation of technology that enhance productivity, that can accelerate the time available for completion of housing projects. Okay, for example, can reduce construction cost, which is bidang technology such as industrial building system, where IBS that providing public land for the construction of affordable housing. Next, establish the database of information gathering a buyer needs in buying a home. When lack of accurate information in terms of household income, the desire and criteria of home buyer can affect the ability of homeowner to meet a buyer's demand. Okay, from this is because the home builder is not sold of the buyers. Okay. There is also have a national housing policy (NHP), where it aim to detail an action plan that take into account current housing issue. And where NHP is to guide the country housing sector to emphasize the planning, development, and management is its home party assets. Okay. Lastly is challenge and efforts that have been proposed, considered by real estate developer can serve as guideline and considered by Malaysian government policy and review or follow National Housing Policy, which is NHP. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Farahatin Daziera and I will conclude overall of this assignment. There are 3 benefits that we get from this assignment regarding the government housing policy. Firstly, through government housing policy, it is a way to overcome many housing problems such as shortage of housing, oversupply of housing, and improvement of the settlement. Second, through government housing policy, it will ensure the citizenship that come from the low income group will get an adequate and decent shelter. Third, through government housing policy also, it will help to create a vibrant community through various building programs. To create effective and efficient housing development, need cooperation from various parties, particularly in real estate. The success of housing development can be a tool to measure national development and otherwise. That's all from us. Thank you to Dr. Azwan and Sehazri for watching our presentation video. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.